Hey everyone, it's Miriam. Today I'm going to do a dirty pour. Some of you know that in the real world, I'm an artisan jeweler. Well, one of my favorite materials is copper. And one of the reasons I love copper so much is because of the colors it will turn when exposed to chemicals, or even just left out in the elements. Think of the Statue of Liberty. She's actually copper, but over time she's turned that beautiful mint green color. And then think of shiny new pennies and how over time some of them get kind of dark. Well, those are the kinds of things that have inspired this color palette. And I am not going to do a flip cup. I'm going to just pour the colors, and I may leave some white negative space. Don't know, we'll see what happens. I've mixed my paints. I'm using inexpensive craft paint. My metallic copper is just a craft paint that has a sort of mica mixed into it. And these are the green and blue I used. And then this color I mixed myself with this green and another blue that I had. And then if I use white, I'm still on the fence about that. I will use my Artist Loft, and you can get this at Michael's. I love this stuff. It's nice and fluid already. It's fairly inexpensive in terms of price per ounce. And all of my paint, I've mixed 2 parts paint to about 4 to 5 parts Floetrol. And Floetrol I use instead of pouring medium. It's more economical. You can find this in the paint department of most hardware stores. And not only is it economical, honestly, I think the results are better. Now I'm going to add a couple of drops of silicone into each of my colors. So I'm putting 3 drops in each color. And for mixing, I mix some of the silicone in some colors really well, like really into the color. And then for other colors, I only mix it in a little. Depending on how much you mix the silicone, your cells will vary. So I don't do them all exactly the same. So I've gone ahead and put a piece of paper to protect the canvas in case I do want some white negative space. And I'm going to mix my pour. And I'm going to start with a light color. And some copper. I'm going to add a dash of white. Now white I use so much that I just mixed a big bottle of it so that I don't have to keep mixing white all the time. It's already kind of pretty in the cup. That's always a good sign. I try not to put 2 colors one after the other that are too similar maybe, but other than that, I don't really have a plan. I just know that I need a lot of paint because I'm using a larger canvas. This is a 10 by 10 inch canvas. To cover the whole thing, I need 4 to 5 ounces of paint. Since I'm not going to probably cover the whole thing, I'm only going to mix about 3 ounces and then maybe the rest do in white. And I'm going to give it another shot of white. And see how the white sinks really quickly? White is a heavier paint. It tends to be denser than other colors. So now I'm just going to take a stir stick and I'm just going to cross in like that. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to mix it beyond that because there's no need. And then see what we get. Alrighty, so I'm all gloved up in case there's going to be some tilting to do. And I've thought about it, and what I've decided to do was sort of like a ribbon of the pour, and definitely some negative space in white. So I'm going to pour and then fill in the spaces as needed with white. And we'll see where that takes us. Alrighty, so I'm making myself a little spout. I've pinched my cup. It's pretty so far. Ooh, there are already cells. Not everywhere, but definitely in some spaces. Interesting. I'm wondering if I should take it out here like that. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. And then fill in everything else in white. I'm filling in the empty spaces with white paint. So I know that when colors meet white, they lace. I've seen that when I've been playing around. So I'm going to tilt a little bit, see where that takes us. Let me fill in this area a little bit more. I may pour some of this off. This is more copper. I mean, I love copper and everything, but it almost doesn't fit with everything else. There's a little too much copper there, so I'm going to let some of that go. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop there. Wow, I think that's so pretty. And yeah, it is lacing really beautifully into the white. So when you have white that has no silicone in it, and the white bumps up against a color that does have silicone, that color automatically sort of leaches into the white and sort of bleeds into it, and it's always a very pretty effect. It's very feathery, so I highly recommend that. There's not enough white paint here. Just fill that in. I kind of don't think I need to torch this. I mean, it is lacing and selling up without me doing a thing. So I'm done. All I have to do is sort of put some white paint on the sides with a very clean finger. I'm not torching the inside, but the one thing that I do remember is that I did a little test here down in this corner. I torched just this little corner to see, and yes, I want to lace where the color meets the white. It's feathery right now, but it's not lacy enough, and I can get more lacing if I hit it with the torch, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Just where the color meets the white. Just so that it's not just a feathery look, but it's got more of a lacy quality. I didn't do it so much to the metallic. I think metallic paint doesn't react the same way as some others. Yeah, I like that better. All right, done. And now I will take you down for the reveal. Here is the lacing I was describing, and it's so easy to achieve just by letting the poured paint bump up against the white paint. Hitting that border with the torch will encourage a more pronounced lace effect. The rest of the cells in this piece all occurred on their own due to the silicone that I added to the paint. I did not need to use the torch to bring them up. Now, of course, you can certainly torch more of, or even the entire piece, and get more cells or different types of cells. That's always an option, and your creative vision will guide you in making that decision. I so hope that you enjoyed this and are kind enough to give me a thumbs up. It definitely encourages me to keep doing this and filming new ideas. Share this with your friends, please, or any groups you belong to, and remember to subscribe for more tutorials, some tips, tricks, and creative directions you can take your painting. Thanks a bunch for watching. Go let your creative nature shine. Bye now.